Hey, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a testing video. I find myself at 10 DPO today and decided I'm going to test this morning. I did take a test off camera around 8 DPO and I saved the results for that. It was really nothing on it. It might have dried with an evap line, but there was nothing during the reading window. So we're going to compare it to today's for 10 DPO. If I were to be pregnant this month, I feel like by 10 DPO, maybe we'll start seeing a little something. So let's go ahead. I have a couple of the Wanfo extra sensitive strips left. So that's what I'm going to test with today. And then depending if I test the rest of the cycle, I might have to go to the store and actually buy some tests because I don't think I have enough. But let's go ahead and get one dipped for today in the morning, 10 DPO. Alright, so these are the tests that I am using. It's the Wanfo Extra Sensitive. Not sponsored or anything, they are just very affordable and have been pretty reliable for me so far. For Wanfo strips, so I'm going to get that dipped right now. And for this month, it's been a perfectly normal cycle, unlike last month. Remember last month I started spotting right the day after ovulation. That did not happen this time around. Luckily, I have not had any spotting or cramping or anything whatsoever after ovulation. I ovulated at regular time. Not sure if it was cycle day 14 or 15. Sometimes I go back and forth from cycle day 14 or 15. I'll have to check that on my app. But as for spotting, nothing at all whatsoever. So that is a good thing for a regular cycle. And even though I am not trying to conceive at the moment, it would be a good thing. Like if I saw lines on today's test, it would be a good thing that I have not spotted a whole bunch leading up to a positive test. So either way, that is great news for myself. And I am excited to just see what God has in store for us. Like I mentioned, we are not trying to conceive, but we're also not preventing, and somehow I am able to get pregnant even after a tubal ligation. I had a failed tubal ligation and have had 2 miscarriages after that tubal ligation, which means something is going on that's allowing me to get pregnant, but we're not like actually taking any steps or measures in trying to conceive. We've left all of that into the hands of God, and if He wants another child for us, if it's in His plans for us, then we are fully trusting and believing that that will happen for us in due time. So I still test at the very least once a month just to make sure. So this time I started testing. I did take that one test at 8 DPO and then this one at 10 DPO. I haven't tested anymore and not sure if I will. It'll depend on today's test if I see anything or not. Some months I just test like one time at 14 DPO the day AF is due or the day before. Sometimes I feel symptoms and I start testing earlier, so it just depends how I'm feeling for that month. So, but I do try to test at least once, unless the time goes by and AF ends up arriving and I never got to the point of testing. Sometimes that happens too. But let's give this test. I want to give it a full 5 minutes before we check it out. I'll show you the results as I am looking at the results, and then we will move on and see. After today's test, I have 2 tests left in that box. So after that, if I decide to take any more tests, I'll have to go to the store and shop for some. They don't sell these Wanfos at the store, only through Amazon. So we'll see what happens there, if I even want to get any more tests, or I'll just get restocked for next cycle. So let's give this test a couple more minutes and we will come right back and check out the results together. Alright, that should be done developing. I do have 8 DPO test here. This was the one that I took. Didn't really see anything. There's nothing on this besides maybe an evap line if you turn it a certain way. But while the test was still not like fully dry, there wasn't anything on here. But I wanted to show you anyway. I'm saving it. So then today's 10 DPO, we'll check out. I haven't looked at it yet. Does look negative so far, but I'll take a closer look. I don't see anything standing out from the camera screen besides some little indents in it, like little holes. I'm not sure what that is, but... And here it is from above. There's nothing on this test. It does have those little, like, 2 little puncture holes on them. Not sure what that is. Maybe a manufacturing error. And it has some streakiness, but the streakiness is going not the way that the test line is supposed to go. So I'm not going to count that as anything. I'm going to call today's negative. I'll snap a couple pictures for the end, and I'm just going to say it's negative, and we'll see how I continue to feel. I'm not having any pregnancy symptoms besides just a little bit of like nausea and queasiness and breast soreness. That usually happens though around this time of the month anyway from the hormonal fluctuations, but I will go with today's is negative. Let me take a couple pictures and attach them to the end of this video. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me to see today's results. I'll see you in the next video. I am not sure what other day I'm going to test, but I will see you in the next video, whether it's a testing video or not.